Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
Thanks for being here on the Carolina Insider. Boy, what a strong couple of games the Tar Heel defense has had. After a frustrating first week against TCU, the Tar Heels have not allowed a touchdown in back-to-back games for the first time since the 2012 season. So more than a decade this has happened. Heels allowed just 3 against Charlotte and 6 versus Richmond. One of the leaders of that Tar Heel defense is a veteran in the secondary, Will Hardy. Adam Lucas and I had a chance to catch up with Will earlier in the week. I think this is your third different defensive coordinator right here at Carolina, and obviously you're healthy, first of all, and able to play more snaps, more reps. Just what has this been like? Has it been a challenge? How are you trying to embrace it?
No, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed this defense scheme specifically. Allows the safeties to sort of be some of the leaders of the defense and make different adjustments and different calls, play with a lot of vision, which is always great in reading the quarterback. And so I really enjoyed this defense. I've enjoyed all the coaches and stuff. You know, Coach Brian Belichick, one of the best guys on our staff, and he's very personable. And so great coach to play for. You really feel that you want to play for these coaches. They're very, just great people at the end of the day, but, they know ball. And so I've really enjoyed this whole experience so far. And I'm looking forward to continue to get this season rolling.
So there was a lot of turnover this summer. There were a lot of change around Carolina football over the last, even farther back than that, so the last 9 months or so. You stayed and you took a leadership role in staying. Why was that your decision to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I could have, looked elsewhere. For me, I wanted to graduate here. And so just with the way that worked out, I was basically going to be here during the spring no matter what. And somehow, some way, if the coaches or whatever it was didn't fit what I wanted, maybe would have looked elsewhere, but I really enjoyed my time in the spring and under Coach Belichick and under all the coaches, the strength staff, just everything I really enjoyed. And at the end of the day, and my parents really harp on this, but in 30 years, when you go back to a school, like what school, like where's your spot, right? Like what teams were you a part of? And with the transfer portal nowadays, it's just tough for guys to claim one school. It's usually the school you graduate from, or it's usually your last school. And so for me to go where else, right, some random other school and be like, I spent 1 year there and it was all right, and that's my school. And it's like, no, like Carolina's my school. It's the school I committed to. Played there for 3 years, now 4 years. It's like I graduated from there. Like I wanted to be all Carolina, and I'm pretty proud of that. And so that was a big part of my decision, just staying loyal and representing Carolina Blue.
When did you go from I am in the room with Bill Belichick to, oh, there's Coach? Or have you?
I would say I have, but it probably took until like the middle of spring practice once we really started getting coached every day and he would start talking to you one-on-one. But now, being part of the captains, like we'll meet with him once a week. And so that's a little still like surreal to me. But it's awesome. And he's so, like, he listens so well to us and really wants our feedback. And you may not expect that from him. Like, he's been part of so many programs. Like, he knows what he's doing, but he still wants to hear what the players think, what needs to be changed maybe here and there. And so just meet with him with like a 7 captains, meeting with him on a weekly basis is like really cool. And I think he does a great job with it.
What's something where maybe y'all have given him some feedback in one of those meetings and you feel like it's been implemented?
Yeah, I mean, it can be whatever. It can be a little bit of game plan, right? If we don't like these certain calls, maybe adjust it, or how much we're calling it. It can be more like culture-based, right? If we think we need to enforce a little more rules here or there. So I don't have anything specific, but he's for sure enforced it really well.
You come from a long line of football. Fifth generation college play. I mean, that's insane. Like the first Hardy family member was like in the 1800s playing football. I mean, did you have any other option other than to play football, or was it just in the blood, literally?
Yeah, I don't remember ever choosing to play football, honestly. I don't know if there was some. Yeah, I started playing tackle football at 6 years old, and I don't remember if that was my choice or that was. Yeah, I was just throwing a helmet, but I do remember like when I was young, those helmets we would wear were like they would hurt. I'd be like sitting in the summer. You're like sitting in your living room just wearing the helmet just to like It's like
Acclimate.
yes, and it's just like, what are you doing, Will?
I'm watching cartoons.
Like, no, literally, you're eating freaking cereal with your chin strap on. It's like, but no, I always want to play football, and I have so many young pictures of my dad's been a college coach, and high school coach, a lot of places, and it's crazy. You see me like wearing, as a 4-year-old, wearing like college football pads, and the kids like, now those fit obviously, but it's like, I've been part of it for so long, and I'm really fortunate, but I don't feel, it's always something I wanted to do, right? When your dad and your grandparents play something, it's like, you always want to be like them. And so for me, it was always a love I had. And when you're around it so much and you have good experience with it, then like, it's going to, continue to love it.